Hello everybody, how's it going? Christian from Treasure Town here, and today we're going to be doing another half-pound world coin search. What we do is go coin by coin, looking for older ones, rare ones, new countries. Any new design I've never seen before is also awesome to see. We just get to see sweet world coins. So I'm going to pour out this bag. Some of the past hunts have been really good, and I'm hoping to continue that trend today. Definitely looks like a solid start, and it seems like there's a fair amount of European stuff, so we'll just kind of go through. This one's from 1955, and it's going to be 25 ore from Denmark, so that'll start us out, but I see just a lot from the European continent here. This one is a French coin. I really like that design. I always say that. 50 centimes from 1941. This was when the French government still had control. It wasn't the puppet state. You can always tell based off of the phrase. If it's travail, famille, patrie, then it's the Vichy puppet state, excuse me. Here's a 1944 20 centavos with an awesome design. It's just got a nice relief, great Mexican coin. And then I guess after that, a Netherlands one, so 1966, 5 cents. After that, we're going to get another French one, 1939, 1 franc. And yeah, there's that nice looking design. I'm curious if there's some gold coins with this design, because that could be long term something I'd look to pick up. I bet there are. Then after that, we're going to get another French one, 1967, half franc. And then this one looks Swedish. So really, literally almost everything is a European coin. 1991, 10 kroner. I think that this is worth like 50 cents. I think that they kept the Swedish kroner and did not adopt the euro, even though they're in the European Union. Here's a Greek coin. So a little bit of a different area in Europe, not Greece. 5 drachma from 1954. That's a little older than I actually expected this. That's also another neat thing. We've been getting kind of a lot of sneakily old coins. This one is a gas token, maybe, from Lindhoven. I have no idea. 2.5 gas. I wonder if it's 2.5 cents for gas, or if it's 2.5, gallons of gas, which could be a pretty expensive coin. But yeah, Lindhoven sounds like a German-sounding name. And wow, 1861, and that looks like it happened at the mint. This kind of stripped away layer. I think it's Belgian. Yeah, Leopold the First, King of the Belgians. 10 centimes. It's a design I've only seen a few times, but never like this, and never with that kind of chipped. I don't know if it's a big lamination thing, but that's a really cool find. Here's our first non-European coin, and it is 1 piastre, 1952, I believe. And my guess is that it's from Egypt, but I'm not exactly sure, which is not part of Europe. So that gets us started in that direction. Here's a very plain coin from Belgium again, 1972, 10 francs. After that, we'll go here, and it's a Colombian one, 1959. 10 centavos, and it's got a neat figure on the front. It looks like Calarca is probably the person. And then here, okay, so some nice breaking up of the European-only coinage. 1952, Indonesia, 1 sen. It looks like we're going to get a second one of those kind of right on its heels, but those feel aluminum, so they're very light coins. Right here, this one is one of something. And it's a Swiss cent, 1937, 1 Rapin. Super cool to see these, because we almost always see just the 5 Rapin, the 10 Rapin. I bet that they discontinued these a while ago, or else I feel like I just would have interacted with them more in these hunts. This one is a British coin, a half crown from 1949. We get a lot of these. They're kind of some of the staples of these hunts, so to speak. And then we have a 1957 Norwegian 50 ore. So similar, it has a very similar effect or appearance to the Danish one. Let me just reverse. It's actually not as similar as I remember, but for whatever reason, they do share a lot of similarities, especially when you're not staring them at them side by side. Here's a Peruvian half Sol de Oro, 1959. And then after that, we've got a 1952 Canadian 5 cent coin. So I really should know the Canadian key date coins. That would be something that would be good for me to just kind of pick up and learn. This one right here is a Juliana Queen of the Netherlands, 1969, 2.5 golden. So another one from that area. And then this one, this could be old. I don't exactly know, but it's got some kind of Arabic style lettering. And it's going to be Iranian. So let's see, 1305, I believe. And that seems to be like a little bit of an earlier year. So I'd be curious to, learn exactly what this is. I'm hoping, oops, I dropped the coin, but I'm hoping that it's silver. Regardless, though, it feels pretty old. So I'll update you what that actually is. Here's an Ecuador 1946 5 centavos. And then another French coin, 1978 5 centimes. After that, we've got another Netherlands 1948 1 cent. And I've never seen this design. It's a little more compressed. So I guess that's kind of interesting. 1 mark from 1875, German Reich. I was expecting it. Didn't really look silver. I was just thinking it was going to be like another, 20 Pfennig coin or maybe a 50 Pfennig. But this is a full mark, 1875. It's got to have some value. My guess is that it's pretty high percentage silver, but I don't exactly know what the percentage would be off the top of my head. Super old coin though, well over 100 years old. So that's really fun. That's some of my favorite types of coins to find. That's a British penny in these hunts. Here's a drachma from 1959. Then after that, we've got a 50 centavos coin from Portugal, probably. And that's the case, 1967. A little newer, because most of the Portuguese stuff looks like this, which is from 1929. So there's the wear pattern, I guess, that these coins generally take on. Except this is the 1 escudo, while this is a 50 centavo. So this is half the value, but still a interesting coinage. Here's Netherlands again, so just so much European. And then a French 1947 5 franc coin. They're so large and in aluminum. I always think that they should have just compressed the coinage down and not had it be aluminum. I feel like just aluminum coins really does not exude like a quality coinage. That's why I think if we're going to do something with the cent instead of making them aluminum, we should just get rid of the denomination. Here's a Empire Chalifien, Maroc, 20 francs. And I think that these 1366, I think that's like 1950s, but don't quote me on that. I don't think that coin is silver. I do see some silver, though, in the background that I'm pretty positive is. Here's a 1953 halfpenny from Great Britain. Shout out to all the ship coin collectors out there, which have commented a fair amount of times. And this is exciting. So, before we get to that stuff, I found one of these a few hunts ago, and it turned out to be a sweet coin from 1820. It was like 8 maravedis. And we may have found the same thing, except from slightly earlier. So I can't exactly tell what this is saying. This feels a little bit smaller than the last coin, though. It says 1818, which, again, over 200 years old. I think it's from Fernando VII, and I think that these were used in colonies. So this was not circulating in the mainland of Spain. It would have been for use in, North, South America. But what an awesome find. And, again, I'm going to have to do some research to see just what it is that we've got, but that's a great pickup. After that, this is what I was talking about before, a monster French coin, 20 francs from 1933. I think it's 83.5% silver because that's kind of what they generally used as their breakdown. But another phenomenal find here that's got to have a lot of value. Obviously it's a cool numismatic coin, but there's just a lot of silver in that. And that's why some people were commenting, why do you say if it's silver? There's just an added level of value. 1919, 1 cent from Canada. I might be mistaken. I think that's the last year that they made the larger cents in Canada, though. After that, this one looks Israeli. 50, maybe Agarot. That would be my best guess as to what that is. Then we've got this one, which is from the Dominican Republic, 25 centavos, 1986. Looks like there's some type of commemorative aspect to that coin. Another one of these sweet 20 centavos coins from 1951. Now we're going to go to the African continent for a Nigerian 10 kobo coin. And this has an interesting looking, I think it's a 10-sided coin. Yeah, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 sides. So There's a few coins the other day. I forget how many, how many sides there were, but it was like some ridiculous number. It was like 11 or like 23, something super weird. Half franc, 1966. Another franc coin, 1974. Then we've got this one, which looks Mexican, 5 pesos, 1981. Those have since been demonetized, though. And this one looks super old, 1890, 5 kopecks from Russia, I assume, the Russian Empire. And yeah, it looks German at first sight, but that's definitely not. And that's a great find. Generally, these are 50% silver, but, they could have varied that on that specific coin. Then we'll wrap it up in true of this hunt fashion with a European coin, Belgium, 1950, 1 franc. So another awesome hunt. I still have to do research on this Iranian coin and this probable Spanish colonies coin. But then we also just got the major silver coin right here, and then another follow-up similar to it right there. So really happy with this hunt, and I'll see you on the next one. Thanks for watching the video. I'd encourage you to like, comment your thoughts, and subscribe for more content, and get in touch with me or contact on treasuretown.yt.com, my website, my Facebook, TreasureTown, my Twitter, @treasuretown_YT, or my Instagram, @treasuretownyt. Looking forward to seeing you on some of my other videos.